What's up, guys? I get a lot of questions from people about different lines to use, pickup lines, and what to say when you initially approach a girl, which is important, not necessarily, the lines themselves, but it's important to be prepared for that. So you have some things that you can say that are just kind of in the back of your head, and you don't have to think too much when you approach a girl. That's great, it's good, whatever. But you want to get to a spot, you want to get to a certain level and skill where you can be creative and you can use observational comments, things about the environment or the circumstances that are going on, and you can use those to begin a conversation. You can be creative and you can be original and unique with what you're talking about. Things that relate to the environment that you're in can be more powerful because they're much more organic, and they're putting you in a position with the girl where there's this going on, this thing, and then there's you guys. So that can be helpful, or it's just a more of a natural, organic type of thing. So a good example of this was I was in Chipotle, which is, you probably have one nearby. If not, it's just a chain burrito place, which is pretty good. But I'm in there and I see a very attractive female in front of me. She has a t-shirt on from another restaurant. So, it doesn't have the name of the restaurant on it, but I know that it's from that restaurant. So she obviously works at this restaurant. So now I identify that opportunity and I use it to open. So what do you do with something like that? Well, you can make a little joke about how she shouldn't be eating in another restaurant that she doesn't work at. She's not being loyal. So, there's different things you could say, but are you breaking the rules today? Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, you work at Oregano's, right? Yeah, how'd you know? Your shirt, obviously. No, but seriously, you can't eat at other restaurants. Don't you need to be loyal to your company? They're gonna fire you for that. Something like that, or what are you doing in here? What are you talking about? What are you doing in this restaurant? You work at Oregano's. You can't be here. You can't come into the competition. And that joke's not really even that funny, but it doesn't matter because it's just something in her boring, dull little life, in her boring, dull little day. Maybe her life's not boring, I don't know, but her day probably is kind of boring. She probably was at work all day and now she's going to Chipotle, she's kind of going about her business. She's alone and she's kind of standing there in line. So give her that. Give her a little chuckle, even if it's kind of a stupid joke, it's a little something. Do it with a smile, do it with some positive energy, give her that energy, give her the smile, give her the little joke. And now it's not hitting on her, it's not uncomfortable, it's not awkward, it's not, oh, you're so hot, you're so beautiful, or can I have your number, all that stuff. Well, you could ask for the number after you start talking to her a little bit. But it opens up the conversation. Now you can have some, a little bit normal back and forth. And it's easy, it's comfortable, it's a little joke that kind of just brightens up her day a little bit. And it works. So use things like that if you can. You're not always going to have a situation just like that or that's that easy, but I want you to begin identifying opportunities. Look around, use your brain, and think about different things that you can use to start a conversation. It could even be something that's not funny and it's not even that original, it's not that witty, something that's going on. Maybe, you're in line at Chipotle and I don't know, there's just some noise outside. Instead of just standing there, make a comment about the noise. And now you're talking to the girl, just like that. Just like that. All the thinking and I need a line and all this stuff, just like that. Just observe something. There's a big line, make a comment about the line. Everybody must be really hungry today. It's stupid, but whatever, at least you're doing something. You gotta try, at least try. And try to get to a point where you are consistently identifying opportunities. And then you'll start to see that you can start using these repeatedly. You might be in line another time, a year from now, and the same thing happens. Somebody with a t-shirt is in a competitor's store or whatever it is. You can use the same thing. What are you doing in here? You can't be in here. What do you mean? So, get to that point. Try getting to that point. Use lines, come up with lines, have things like that, whatever, that help you when you can't think of anything to say, but start developing your skills so you can be unique, you can be original, you can be creative. And then you can have all the women. All right, hope that helps. If you need any more advice on this kind of stuff, go check out confidencedating.com. Good luck.